So what's the deal? Do you want to go to Germany to study, or do you want to move there to live? In this video, I wanted to talk about the process of moving to Germany, more specifically the types of visas and residence permits there are. So if this video is not relevant to you, you can maybe wait for my next video or watch the other videos that I have in my channel. So to start off, I wanted to go through the general steps you need to take to move and then eventually settle down in Germany. So first of all, depending on your situation, you may or may not need to get a visa. And then the second step is, depending on your situation as well, you may or may not need a residence permit. And then finally, if everything goes well and if certain requirements are met, you will eventually get your settlement permit. So the difference between the three is that a visa is your permission to enter the country, and then a residence permit is your permission to stay in the country. And then finally, the settlement permit is basically a permanent residence. So you can stay in Germany for as long as you want and come in and out as you wish. As for visas, if you're from what's known as the Schengen area, then you don't need a visa to enter Germany. The Schengen area is basically a free travel area inside the EU with no internal border controls, which means that you don't need a passport to get around. The Schengen area covers most of the EU countries, excluding UK and Ireland, and it also includes some non-EU countries such as Norway, Switzerland, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. On top of the Schengen area, there are also some visa-free countries for Germany. This means that if you hold a passport from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Israel, Japan, South Korea, the UK, or the USA, then you don't need a visa to enter Germany. So if you're not from the Schengen area and you're not from the list of visa-free countries I just regurgitated, then you'll need a visa to enter Germany. And you can apply for a visa in German consulates or embassies from your home country. So there are different types of visas you can apply for, and you'll have to pick the one that best aligns with your purpose of going to Germany. This is not an exhaustive list of the type of visas you can get, but the main ones are as follows: a tourist visa, a business visa, an education visa, a job seeker visa, and a employment or work visa, a training or internship visa, and a guest scientist visa. Keep in mind that each type of visa has its own requirements, and you'll have to meet these requirements to be eligible. If you want to stay in Germany for longer than 3 months, then after you get your visa, you'll have to get your residence permit. This is for people who want to study in Germany long term and for those who want to immigrate to Germany. Note that if you're from the European Union or if you're from a European economic area, then you don't need a residence permit to stay in Germany. If you wish to immigrate to Germany and stay there for long term, then you'll need to have a valid reason for doing so, and these reasons could be immigration into Germany for education, immigration for employment, immigration for entrepreneurs, and immigration for family reunions. If you're a student, then after you get your student visa, you'll automatically get a residence permit for education purposes. That's after you do your Anmeldung, which is registering yourself into the country. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then please stay tuned for another video that I'll do in the future about the Anmeldung, so subscribe to stay tuned for that. If you're no longer a student and you want to work in Germany, then you can, for example, apply for a job seeker visa and then try to find a job within 6 months of staying in Germany. And then if everything goes well, your employer will help you apply for a work permit so you can stay in Germany to work. And another alternative for you business people is that you can immigrate into Germany as an entrepreneur. And for that, you'll have to make an investment of 250,000 euro in Germany, and you'll also have to prove that you have the funds required in order to make this investment, and you also have to prove that this investment will benefit Germany and that this investment is demanded in the country. And as for family reunions, all spouses or children under 16 years old can apply for immigration into Germany to reunite with their spouse or parents who are already living in Germany. So for your information, there's also something called a blue card for the European Union, which is basically like a work permit. So Germany and the European Union is in a shortage of IT professionals and healthcare workers. So if you're working and are experienced in this field, then you can try to obtain a blue card. And if you get a blue card, you can basically work anywhere within the European Union. And finally, the final step of immigrating into Germany is to get your settlement permit. A settlement permit is basically permanent residence in Germany. Note that this does not mean you're a citizen of Germany, because that's something else. To get your settlement permit, you'll have to have lived in Germany for at least 5 years with a standard residence permit or with a European blue card. And you'll also have to meet a certain language requirement. I believe that is C1 in German to be able to be eligible for the settlement permit. So this was my take on trying to explain the immigration process into Germany. So please leave a like down below if you found this video useful, because that really helps out my channel more than you'd know. And also I'll leave a list of links down below about visas and residence permits in Germany. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Germany related videos. I'm going to be moving to Germany at the end of this month, so more interesting content about my move will be coming. Comment down below if you have any comments or questions for me. I read all my comments, so do that. And if you're interested, you can also check out my previous video about my personal experiences of living with a host family in Germany. Thanks for watching and have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!